Lao Sukiyaki is a staple in Lao cuisine and it brings all the creamy and seafood flavors into a bowl. The two main components are the broth and the peanut Sukiyaki sauce. It usually has a poached egg, thin glass noodles, veggies, and whatever seafood you want. This is a noodle dish that needs extra effort but is well worth the work. Think of this like a custom hot pot but for one.
Sabarkdee Pinang, hi fam, welcome back to Saeng's Kitchen. Today we are going to be making a Lao noodle soup dish and it's called Lao Sukiyaki. Now you've probably heard of the word Sukiyaki in reference to Japan, but did you know that Laos also has a variation of Sukiyaki and it is very different. The only commonality is probably the idea that this can also be used as like a hot pot dish where you share the sauce and have all varieties of condiments and meats and herbs and vegetables that you can eat as a hot pot. But usually growing up, I've eaten this as a noodle soup dish and that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna show you how to cook the broth and also how to make the delicious Sukiyaki sauce. So let's get cooking. The first thing you wanna do is make the broth. So I'm using beef bones today. So let's bring a pot of water and bring it to a rolling boil. And then I'm just using frozen bones, which is totally fine. Go ahead and put all the bones right into the boiling pot of water. And then you're gonna let this boil off for about 10 minutes until you get all that gunk off. After that, let's go ahead and pour out all the water, save the bones, and you wanna rinse the bones a few times, clean it out. Now with a clean pot and clean bones, go ahead and put the bones right into the pot. And then you're gonna add cilantro root, onions, ginger, and a large dash of salt, MSG, sugar, and then the water. So you want to bring this to a rolling boil. Go ahead and put a lid right on top and then turn it down to low. And you want to cook this broth for at least 1 hour for a really good broth. Our broth is done and now we're going to try it. So go ahead and take off the lid and then taste it. And at this point, I like to add fish sauce as needed. Now go ahead and put the broth to the side and let's work on our sauce. Let's grab the sesame seeds and you want to dry saute this for about 3 minutes until you get that nice toasty smell. And then go ahead and put it in a bowl. And now with the same pan, go ahead and dry saute the dried shrimp. And this is about 2 minutes and then also put that into a bowl. Now in a food processor, put all the shrimp right in there and then get this to a really good powder form. And take out the powdered shrimp and put it into a bowl. And now we're gonna add the sesame seeds and blend that until it becomes a powder. And you can keep the sesame seeds in at this point, and we're gonna go ahead and add the peanuts and then blend this until it becomes a really smooth, thick, creamy peanut butter. And then let's go ahead and place this peanut butter sesame mixture right into a bowl. Okay, let's heat a saucepan, add your vegetable oil. Once the pan is hot, go ahead and add your diced shallots and then the minced ginger. And you're gonna saute this on medium for about 8 minutes until the garlic is lightly golden. Now let's add the paprika and then also the powdered shrimp, and you want to saute this for 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and slowly add the coconut milk, and this is where you can see all the different colors, that creamy coconut blending in with that dark and rich orange red color. Go ahead and scoop in the peanut sesame mixture, add the smashed red bean curd. This is the special ingredient in Lao Sukiyaki. Ooh, you can see it is actually the pungent ingredient in this dish. And surprisingly, it's not badak this time, but it is a bean curd that's been fermented in this red rose colored sauce. Let's see if I can get out more. Oh yeah, that's a big chunk and I just splattered a little on myself. But this is a special ingredient. It's fermented, it's pungent, it's delicious. It tastes a little salty and it has like bitter tones to it, but this is what kind of brings out the color and also taste to Lao Sukiyaki. It is definitely one of those special ingredients that is somewhat harder to find, but you can find it in a lot of East Asian grocery stores. And the texture wise, if you squish it, it actually smashes up pretty easily just because it's been fermented for so long. And so I kind of like to think of it like a cheese of Asia, but from soybeans. Chili garlic, MSG, sugar, and fish sauce. And now you're gonna cook this on low for about 5 minutes. And then go ahead and adjust to your taste. All right, that's how easy it is to make the sauce. Let's go ahead and put the sauce on a separate bowl and put it to the side. Growing up, I always had a poached egg in my sukiyaki, so I'm gonna show you real quick on how to make a poached egg. All you need is a pan, water, and 1 egg. That's it. So let's bring our water to a rolling boil. Since at a rolling boil, you're gonna go ahead and make a whirlpool in the pot and go ahead and swirl the water really fast until it becomes a tornado in there. And then go ahead and slowly pour the egg right on in there and then turn it down on low. And then the whirlpool should enclose the egg so you'll have the soft egg yolk right inside. And you're gonna cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes. I like to take my egg out and let it sit in some water until I'm ready to use it. So we have some thinly sliced beef and also some shrimp, and we're gonna cook this for about 2 minutes. And now we have the cuttlefish meatballs, and I'm gonna let this cook for about another 2 minutes. And for the veggies today, I'm gonna be blanching some baby bok choy and also some napa cabbage. And lastly, let's cook the mung bean noodles, and these are gonna cook for about 2 minutes. We are using bean thread noodle that's made out of peas and cornstarch. Now these, when you cook them, they become clear, and also it's sometimes known as a glass noodle. Now don't get these confused. Bean thread noodles are made out of beans, and then vermicelli noodles are made out of rice. Delicious. Oh, it's breaking apart. Oh. All right, y'all, we are ready to assemble. Let's go ahead and grab the big bowl, add the meat, the veggies, the cooked noodles, the soup, as much sukiyaki sauce as you want. I recommend a lot. Some extra sukiyaki oil, the poached egg, sesame seeds, and I like to drizzle a little bit of chili oil and some green onions. All right, y'all, that's how you make Lao Sukiyaki. Let's go ahead and mix it up. My favorite part is actually breaking the egg and seeing the yolk just drizzle and ooze out all over the soup. I'm gonna come right up front and enjoy this Lao Sukiyaki with you all. All right, everyone, here is the Lao Sukiyaki. It looks so delicious. It's covered in the sukiyaki sauce. Floating, you have some shrimp, some cuttlefish meatballs, veggies, poached egg. All right, y'all, let's just dig in and see how it is. Cheers. It's that like fine combination of peanut butter and fish sauce and coconut milk. It just goes so well together. It's super creamy. So good. I love this type of noodle because it's nice to have a different noodle when you're always eating maybe kopiak or kopun. This is mung bean noodle. It is delicious. Here's some baby bok choy. Enjoy that. Eat your veggies. Here's my poached egg. All the yolk already melted right into the soup. So good. So I think the key to Sukiyaki Lao is having a really nice broth in conjunction to the delicious, salty, sweet, and creamy Sukiyaki sauce. It melts together and you get this really orange, bright noodle soup. It is so good. Lao Sukiyaki is kind of like, I like to think of it as like Lao hot pot in your own bowl, and you don't have to share, and you put whatever you want in it, and it's just so customizable and delicious. Even a sukiyaki sauce, you can just have on the side and dip like veggies in there. So good. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make Lao Sukiyaki. I would recommend making a lot of this sauce because you can just store it in the freezer and it'll last for months in the freezer. So next time you're making a huge batch for family and friends can come over, just take it out of the fridge and you're good to go. So let me know in the comments below if you've had Lao Sukiyaki before, and I'll see y'all next time on Saeng's Kitchen. Bye! Hi, man. What you doing? Gabao's nose. We made Lao Sukiyaki today. So every time I open stuff now, she hears and comes running, so I guess she woke up. So Gabao, I made Lao Sukiyaki. This is the sauce. I put it in the fridge already. What do you think? Do you like Lao Sukiyaki? You wanna smell it? Smell good, right? Smells good? What do you think? All right. She says she's hungry. Bye.